Hello, beautiful people. Danielle here from Transcendence to the Truth. I am on a little stretch break, toilet break. I've been driving from Cairns. I've been in the car since, I don't know, I think this is about 6.5 hours. Half an hour until my destination so I can sleep, but I just wanted to pull over and share a quick little bit of awareness, actually. So I'm going to wait for a couple of people to jump on. Hopefully I've got reception. I have no idea. So if you are watching live, say hello. If you enjoy my content, remember to click follow first on both of my pages. Share with anyone who you think may find value in my messages of consciousness and awareness so that we can create a more loving, unified collective. The people at the supermarket / servo are going to think that I'm slightly crazy, but that's okay because I'm showing up authentically. All right, so one of the biggest false beliefs of humanity is that men are bigger cheaters than women, right? This belief is not only false, but it also paints men in a very unfair picture and perception, and that is what a lot of society and the collective beliefs do in general. And there's a lot of demasculation of men, and it's quite toxic and unfair. But it's actually the true belief is that men and women cheat just as much as each other. And when you start to look at that as being the true factors, it's actually asking, why do men and women cheat? So what is it about men and women that they're not happy in a monogamous relationship? And you know, my personal point of view is monogamy is a condition of society. You know, there's a belief system around what relationships look like, what love looks like, and there's a lot of judgments on anyone who doesn't fit that box of what a relationship or connection looks like. So it's with things like polyamory and open relationships, there is some more awareness, and people are opening to different perspectives and points of view, which is cool. But it's really more understanding how differently men and women function. Okay, that is key to your own self-awareness. Understanding the feminine energy and the masculine energy. I often have people say, well, why do you want to work with men? So there's a couple of reasons for that for me as to why I'm so drawn to working with men. One, I've been at the effect of men's abuse my whole life. Two, I haven't had a stable man in my life, so I haven't been able to have a strong figure or connection. And three is that I, through my own personal development, have understood that at essence, I have a masculine essence, okay? So if you don't understand what I mean by that, and it's very new for you, we all come in with a sexual essence that's either masculine or feminine, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female, and it's going through our journey in life and going through our awakening and going through this part of embodying yin and yang energy to come to wholeness within, which is self-love and oneness, and being able to be all of your yin energies and all of your yang energies, to be the most wholesome, connected person that you can be. So I've gone off topic. Masculine energy. This is what sleepiness does. So the masculine energy is designed very differently to the feminine energy, and you only have to look at the yin and the yang to understand that they are opposite poles. Everything that we experience in this human experience is around duality and polarity, and once you understand that concept, you have unlocked a huge part of the universal consciousness and how you can live in this reality and dominate this reality when you start to understand the energies. So the masculine energy, if you are if you've got a man who's in their masculine energy, we'll say, and they are cheating, the reason for that is that their needs, sexual needs, are not being met. Okay, so that is pretty much the reason why men cheat. That flat out, pretty much the end of story. Men have a certain need sexually that has to be fulfilled. If they don't have that sexual connection, because for men and masculine energy, connection comes through sex. Okay, so it's the opposite for the feminine energy and for women. Okay, so women need connection to have sex. So if a woman is cheating, it means that their emotional needs, their feeling of nurturing, cared for, loved, supported, security is not being met. Okay, if you've been in either ends of these poles, or you've had somebody in a relationship that has done this is why, one, you can heal and grow through cheating if you are conscious and you're willing to forgive. It can be something that can actually connect you closer as a relationship, and you can grow in so much love through that. But seeing that the only reason people cheat is because there's no vulnerability and communication, because we live in this society, and this is the human conditioning is don't ask, don't tell. Don't ask for what you want, and don't tell people what your needs are, what your feelings are, what your thoughts are. So if we're already programmed not to communicate in vulnerability, not to tell our desires, not to ask for what we want, not to be able to receive, we're already pretty much fucked from the beginning. So it's coming to that understanding and awareness that, okay, so men and women have different needs. Okay, further on in your journey, you become more balanced. You may flick into the opposite energy, and you may end up being someone who's lived most of your life in masculine, and then you flip into the feminine energy for your healing. And that's when you start to embody more of your emotions, and you can go into more flow, and you might get more creative. Hello, beautiful. Thank you. Somebody said hi to me. I feel so special. And then my mind goes, specialness is not a thing. There is no such thing as specialness in consciousness, because we are all equals. That's how my brain works sometimes. And I'm like, a bit twitchy. So when you understand that, and when you understand yourself, and you can look at that as to why you've cheated, or why someone in your life has cheated, then you have a greater self-awareness about, how you behave in relationships, but then how you can be more for someone else in a relationship. So if you are seeking emotional connection or love, then you need to be asking yourself, how can you fulfill that for you? What is it about you that you're not doing, that you're not feeling this emotional connection? Are you being vulnerable yourself? Are you communicating your needs and desires? Are you closing off, or are you projecting? Are you judging? Are you going into criticism? And if you're a man that has done that, and you're in your masculine energy, and you're not having your needs and desires met, are you not getting them met because you're not being that emotional support for your partner? You aren't being that consistency that the feminine energy needs. So the feminine energy is so flowy, right? Up, down, here, down. That's why you're all moody. Someone's waving at me. So, women are so moody that they flow like a river, like the ocean. And it's good because there's flexibility, but it's understanding not to be too excessively in that energy, because it has a counterproductive effect. You want to balance these things out. And for your man to help you through the flowing, the masculine energy to help through the flowing and the chopping and the changing and the receiving, is to be the constant, the stability, the security, so that you, in a relationship, balance each other out. But the only way you're ever going to come to a point of not feeling connected or like your relationship's enough is by communicating these things vulnerably, openly. And if you're aware and at the same level, and you're not with somebody who is in a power control relationship, because if you talk to a narcissistic personality about this, you'll probably just get it projected back at you, which is a good way to go, maybe I don't want to be here anymore because I'm not being heard or respected or loved, is to communicate and put yourself in the uncomfortability of sharing what your needs are, what your desires are, what your partner can be for you moving forward, so that no one is seeking outside of that connection. Or if you do want to seek outside of that connection, you have clearly communicated it so that no one's feelings are being hurt and there's no toxic dynamics created around what you want to achieve. Have a beautiful evening. Let me know what your thoughts are of this video. I would love to know what people's thoughts are on open relationships, polyamory, if you feel comfortable saying you've cheated, whatnot. I would love to hear all of it. And I will talk to you all very soon. Mwah!